Literally, this video is just a jumbled mess, and I'm probably oversharing. If too long didn't watch, I just wish that I could pause and try other things. I do better when I can talk to a camera. You can see the title of this video, you know where I'm at. The title's a little misleading. Bro, there's a lot of thunder outside right now, which is weird because it's like 80 degrees. I meant misleading in the sense that no, I would never fully drop out of college, I don't think, but I just didn't really know what to title this video. I guess it's more so a, is college right for me right now? I go back to school in about a month, and I quit my job in a couple weeks. Something happened today that, rather something didn't happen today. I wasn't actually feeling that bad though, which is really weird. If it happened, I think it would have required me to either be a part-time student or like fully withdraw for a year or so, and not even just part of me, like a large part of me was kind of hoping for that. That'd be kind of fire. Like, I'd be out of my hometown, experiencing new things, but I'd also be able to take that sort of break from, not specifically college, just school. I just really feel like I need life to just take a pause. That's really what I want. I want it to slow down. Because I still want to take myself out of there and try other things, see what I like doing, see what makes me happy, before I fully commit to spending all this money at college, going this route, going to this college, in this major. I don't know where I'm going. I don't even know if I'm wording this right, but that's kind of where my head's at right now. It really hit me the other day. I was like, what exactly am I going to college for right now? I am an education major, and you guys know I love my job so much. It is literally my like defining character trait, my job, and I am so freaking sad that I have to leave, which is actually like one of the reasons I don't want to go to college, but I know that I do need to move forward in my life. I'm not gonna stay in my hometown my whole life. Maybe one day I'll come back to it because I love it, but not going to college for my job would lead to me just sort of staying here my whole life, just being stagnant. And let's be real, like, I wouldn't have any friends here. It would just literally be me going to work. So like, that's not a route we're gonna take. But I'm just saying that because I love my job so much. I love working at the school. And so it's kind of like, yeah, an education major makes sense for me. But when I think about it, I don't want to be a teacher straight out of college. Like, that's not the route. That's not my ideal route. I picture it like somewhere down the road, maybe, like going back to school one day for my teaching credential and then becoming a teacher when I'm older a little bit, which is kind of weird. I kind of picture myself as a young teacher, but then when I think about it, I never really plan on immediately going to school for like a teaching credential. So I don't really know. My plans are kind of conflicting there. I don't want to be a teacher right away, and who knows if I'll end up being one at all if I'm not going to do it right away. So it's kind of like, well, why would I be an education major right now? I do really love education classes though, which is why I'm sticking with it. Also because people always say like major doesn't matter. So I'm like, yeah, okay, then that's totally the major that I would just go with just to like do it. But then I'm like, why am I getting an actual like a whole degree in it? Like, what is the reason? Is it just to have like a bachelor's degree? What is this? And then I'm also trying to add another major, but it's kind of like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one yet. Like, I don't really know what the job options are in that field. I could probably research it. It's like, I don't really know, would I actually enjoy doing that in my life? Maybe some jobs, yeah, I don't know. And you know, people always say major doesn't matter, which always reassures me. But like, it kind of feels like it matters a little bit, you know? It feels like people are gonna look at your resume and be like, well, girl, what is this? And the thing is, my main career goals are all things that you can achieve without going to college. Like, yeah, you should definitely get training and stuff, but you don't go to traditional four-year college for them. I'm kind of like, yeah, if I took a break, I could go try those out, see if they actually pan out, and then I could always come back to school. People are always like, the big worry with gap years, gap quarters, whatever, is that you won't come back, but I know me. I could totally come back. I could handle it. I don't know where I'm going with this video at all. I just wanted to share it in case people needed to hear it, because I love videos like this when people give a real snapshot, I guess, of what college is like, of how it's not always, you know, rainbows and sunshine, and sometimes you're like, what am I doing with my life? I'm literally only 19. Why am I so dramatic? I'm literally back in that same headspace. I went into my first year of college basically thinking I just need to survive one quarter and then I can withdraw and I'm basically guaranteed to get back in. Which is definitely not the mindset I think you should have if you're spending all this money to be at college. So that's kind of the headspace I'm in again. I'm like, let's just see how this year goes, and then I can withdraw if I want to. And I think because I want to see like how the social life goes, how the clubs go, if I really enjoy doing like in-person school. Because also like sophomore years when people do a lot of internships over the summer, and so I mean I did one freshman year summer, but I think it's probably good to also do one in sophomore year. Maybe I just don't like committing to things, I don't know, because like I also think about just transferring colleges. I'm like, could I? Like, why? I love the vibe of my school, I think. I don't know, I liked it when I visited it. I will see how it goes this year. I like the vibe a bit, I like saying I go there, all that jazz, so I don't know why I'm always thinking about transferring to other places. I don't know what it is in me. I think it's just my fear of the what could have been road. I've always had that fear, and there's a quote, I'll put it on the screen, there's a quote that sometimes like chills me out from this, because I always stress myself out about that. I'm like, what if this is the wrong road? What if I chose the other path and then things were so much better for me? But yeah, anyway, I'm just all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing. If too long didn't watch, I just wish that I could pause and try other things. It's the same thing I've been saying since last year. Honestly, maybe even senior year. That was 2 years ago. So it shouldn't really come as a shock to anyone. I was really excited too. Like when I made that video about my first year, I was actually excited to move up, start this new school year. Okay, yeah, part of it comes from I'm gonna really miss my job. I'm gonna really miss the way life always was. It's really weird. It's the end of the era as soon as I leave, because it's just not the same once you go, bro, I'm gonna make myself cry. What am I doing here? A large part of me really wishes I went the community college route. I feel like that would have been perfect. I had the perfect way in. If I went to community for these 2 years, would have been terrific. And I would have been able, I know myself, I would have kept up with my schoolwork. I would have been able to get into so many incredible schools, especially because I would have had myself more figured out by then. And I would have realized, hey, you don't need to apply as a film major, me. This whole video reminded me of a poem I wrote in high school, because I'm like, literally, I'm back in the same feelings, same thoughts. I don't know if this sounds over dramatic as heck, but I'm gonna read it. Today I colored inside the lines on my graduation cap cover. I don't normally do this. Perhaps it's my impatience, or just plain sloppiness. Whatever it is, I rarely hold myself to coloring inside of the lines. This time, though, it felt like everything needed to be perfect, because I only have one shot at this. And that's why I colored inside the lines yesterday, too, when I finally accepted my UCI offer. It took me a week of crying, research, headaches, of making Google Sheet after Google Sheet, pros and cons lists galore, class schedules, countless plans and ideas, a fog over my brain until I finally took it. It is my dream school, my dream major. It's perfect. Yet I found myself staring at the ceiling, losing sleep, and rubbing tears out of my eyes day after day. Part of me wanted the gap year I've dreamt of, the one you can't get with state schools. Another part wanted community, save money while I figure out what I'm doing. I knew what I should do, but I knew it wasn't what I wanted to do. But still, I took it. I colored inside the lines. My family and I decided we'd take the summer to see how I feel. If I still felt burnt out and unsure, I could withdraw and choose another path. So I wrote this poem for future me, because I'm terrified. I'm terrified I'm going to choose the wrong one, and I want you to tell me it all works out. That whatever path I choose is the right one. I write this for future me because I know you've forgotten the worry, stress, and fear I'm enduring right now. I write this for future me so you can see how far we've come. Future me, I hope you're doing well, whether or not we decide to color inside the lines. Bro, that was beautiful. Okay, the ending stanza, that is honestly still kind of where I'm at. I feel like that poem really sums it up. Dude, too long didn't watch, boom, summed up, boom. It feels weird to say I hope you liked this video, but yeah, I guess I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you got something from it. But yeah, I'll talk to you in my next one. It'll be a little less dramatic. Bye guys.